Experiential tacit knowledge. Wisdom, also known as sapience, is defined by psychologists as a combination of wit and virtue, the ability to apply expert, tacit, and experiential knowledge, balancing intrapersonal, interpersonal, and institutional interests to deal with complex questions of life and attain a common good. That's what the occult is, essentially, probably. That's what every religion is. It's just trying to maximize the hive mind, don't maximize the stock market. See my last video. Translate this to layman's terms. It's defined by wit and virtue, the ability to apply expert, tacit, and experiential knowledge. Life is fucking complicated. The government is shit. Let's fucking figure out how life actually works instead of taking what we're told for granted. Wisdom can be viewed as a stable personality trait. Am I wise? I don't know. Maybe I'm trying, but also as context-bound process. As a context-bound process, meaning that a person in some context behaves wisely, but in other contexts does not. Okay, fine. Where are you motherfuckers out there? Do the things, guys, do the things that make you behave wisely, please, is all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to figure out how to say this shit. I'm just as impoverished as you, but at least I'm talking about it. All right, this is how they put it. Do the thing that makes you wise. Thank you. Wisdom can also be influenced and determined by socio-cultural norms and traditions, and wisdom can be viewed solely as wise behavior, describing actions which lead to an altruistic outcome of creatively and successfully solving problems. Right. Let's do that thing. Not the fucking McDonald's at every junction on the street. Not that thing. This thing, please. I'm bored. I'm not even like depressed. I'm not even like, oh, it's cyberpunk mania. Like, it would be better. Like, hurry up and get shit, please. Hurry up and get shit. Plunge me into the darkness of it. Yes. Then people will actually get desperate enough. Yeah, give me the desperation. Over what? Over the stagnant neutrality all day? Yes, please. Trapped in the belly of this beast, and the machine is slowly bleeding to death. Slowly. And the last protest we could do was try and kill it quicker than it was killing itself. May 1968. It wasn't anything to do with... They're just talking about it. I'm not a dickhead. They're just talking about what actually happened to life. So it's not them being dickheads. At a less advanced point in the process of the liquefaction of the university and of culture, the students, far from wishing to save the furniture, the institution, revive the lost object in an ideal mode, retorted by confronting power with the challenge of the total immediate death of the institution, the challenge of a deterritorialization even more intense than the one that came from the system, and by summoning power to respond to this total derailment of the institution of knowledge, to this total lack of a need to gather in a given place. This death desired in the end not the crisis of the university, that's not a challenge. On the contrary, it is the game of the system, but the death of the university. Killing itself slowly, so slowly that it's not even dying. It's just roiling around, pretending to die. It just doesn't even know what to do, apart from self-replicate. No. We'll kill it properly. Once and for all. If you've got a writhing parasite on your floor, writhing, and it's not doing anything else. It's just like stuck in the same spot, writhing around in the same spot, energetically trying its hardest, but just convulsing. You would just kill that thing. You wouldn't even chuck it out. You know that thing needs killing. That's how monstrous capital is. Unprincipled enterprise. It was capital in the first place which was happy to liquidate, Because in the end, throughout its history, it was capital that first fed on the destructuration of every referential, of every human objective, that shattered every ideal distinction between true and false, good and evil, in order to establish a radical law of equivalence and exchange, the iron law of its power. Capital was the first to play at deterrence, abstraction, disconnection, deterritorialization. And if it is the one that fostered reality, the reality principle, it was also the first to liquidate it by exterminating all use value, all real equivalence of production and wealth. And in the very sense we have of the unreality of the stakes and the omnipotence of manipulation. Well, today it is the same logic that is even more set against capital. And as soon as it wishes to combat this disastrous spiral by secreting a last glimmer of reality on which to establish the last glimmer of power, capital does nothing but multiply the signs and accelerate the play of simulation. Writhing, and we're all writhing in our lives, aren't we? What a great descriptor of all of our lives. We're writhing, energetically writhing. And there's still energy because you've got to get on the tube and you've got to go into work and you've got to go to the drinks after work and you've got to live your social life. But what is it all for? Like, what are you doing? You're in the same spot, just writhing around. Stop. Jordan Peterson says this stuff like, oh, clean up your room before you go to the protest. It's a third order simulacra, basically. The orders of simulacra are just how bullshit is something. Genuinely, it's just that. It's just how bullshit something is. Clean your room before you go to the protest. It's wrong on many counts. You have the image of someone's room being messy and then going to the protest, and you have this image, right? The protest, an actual protest, needs to designate something useful. Let's start there. The word protest. So a protest is not a gathering of people holding flags, getting their photos taken and being put in the media, and no one there spoke to each other, and everyone just went out there for the photo shoot and then went back home. And it's literally a photo shoot, and you've got like Free Palestine merch, and it's cutesy, and you've got like a cutesy keffiyeh you can wear, and a cutesy Free Palestine tank top in army print, Free Palestine, Free Palestine, Free Palestine 3 times, in that artsy repetition. Isn't that funny how quickly the triptych fable got destructured by society? Before it was the sign of Monopoly, the Twin Towers, 2, duopoly, which really signalled Monopoly's perfect cousin. Now it's a dainty 3 for the kids getting slaughtered. So you see that, and you don't go to the protest, but then you think, what should I be doing if I really care about little kids getting slaughtered directly from the effort that I'm generating? So they've upped the ante. They've made it actually really fucking easy. Capital's given you a 2-in-1 discount on getting out of the fucking playground and starting your real life instead of writhing around like some robot worker. It made it easy. The 2-for-1 special. I'll kill kids. I'll take money directly from the economic arrangement and calculation that we have, i.e. your taxes. I will show you, report, like, you could probably find them, like, on Gov UK, of those tax dollars going to this, this, and this. They probably still have to disclose that shit. Even though no one reads it, they'll always disclose that shit so that no one reads it. And yeah, are you going to stick around or not? Directly funding I'm telling you, basically, your effort is funding kids' death in like 2 steps. Cool. What do you do in that situation? It turns out you don't quit your job, that you don't throw yourself into your job and just convulse and throw yourself into everything else that's been set up for you. It's this like weird mix. It's this seductive balance that you have to strike. And you're going to get your toes burned. And that's fine. And slowly you'll get better and better at doing it, and your toes won't get burned as much. But if you wait till you're 40 to start practicing, then your toes will get fucking burnt. Because you're now fat and old, you're out of step, you've got a wife, you've been in your job for however long, you didn't work on upskilling in any other department or in any other way, or following a true passion that you could kind of contort into something that would help you in a general scenario instead of the one you're specifically in. You stagnated for 40 years and now you're going to try it. Fuck you. We don't want you at the revolution. Fuck you. You're dead weight. Too late. That's the mindset you have to have if you're below 40. If you're above 40, just increase the age to 50. There's nothing else to do. There's never a better thing to do than not pick up your passion, no matter how long you leave it for. And that's what people don't understand. And the goal is just to make yourself go insane enough to realize that for the first time in your life. And that's every man's 2 lives. Not as he realizes when he has only one. No, when he realizes that he has sapience, that's his second life.